Good morning, gorgeous ones. Dr. Lucy here from Real Life Medicine at 8:08 or something along those lines. How are you all this morning? I'm sorry, I'm yet a little bit late. But what we're talking about this week, which I'm really happy about, is growth and fixed mindset and how important that is really for health and well-being, because I'm sure you've heard of that saying, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got, which is really integral to what the difference between fixed and growth mindset is. So what we would like to do is have more of a growth mindset, but what is comfortable for most of us is a fixed mindset. And the reason for that, remember, our brains are pattern machines. They do what they've always done. And it builds upon our belief system. What we've done each day of our life, each month, just adds further evidence to our brain that that's what we should be doing. And again, it's a really deeply protective mechanism that is right back in our, primitive brain responses or our evolutionary response, because that's what kept us safe. Now, the thing is that we don't really need to be that safe anymore, but we want to be. So we always do what we've always done because we know it. It's safe, and there's lots of little phrases in our life that sort of support that. And the number one phrase is better the devil you know. But for me, what does that mean? Like, that means you're going to stay where you were because it's safe and you're happy to sort of be with that devil just in case you go and try something new and it's worse. But what does that mean? That means you'll always do what you've always done. So the idea with growth mindset is actually changing some of those thoughts so that maybe you try something a little different. And it doesn't even have to be, doing something different. It can be thinking something different. So I'm going to give you an example of a growth versus a fixed mindset. And this came up in our 12-week spring reboot, which is sadly coming to an end because next week's the 12th week. Anyway, just so you know, there is a February summer reboot. We're doing it in February. We figure you can get January out of the way and then start February. Anyway, that's a side note. So an example, therefore, of a growth versus a fixed mindset is something along the lines of, I'm going over to my family barbecue and, my sister-in-law, and I'm making this up, okay? My sister-in-law always makes great desserts. It's going to be really hard to resist, okay? That is an example of our thinking. It's common. We always have those sorts of things. I'm going somewhere and it's going to be really hard to resist. A growth mindset would be looking at that as, I'm going to a barbecue. There's going to be lots of things. This is going to be a challenge that I'm ready for. Can you see the difference? One is looking at as almost victim mentality. If I've got no control, this is going to be hard. It's too much for me to manage. And the other one is, this is going to be hard. So there's no pretending it's going to be easy, but this is going to be hard, but I'm up for the challenge. With a growth mindset, it's all about you, and you're in charge and you're empowered. And so that, lovelies, is really the key, because at the end of the day, if we fall victim to external circumstances and we don't change our mindset, then that's life, isn't it? Life is full of difficult situations. And so when people are on a diet, they white knuckle their way through those, in that they use this magical thing called willpower, but they don't ever change actually what's going on behind the scenes in their brain. When you change your behind the scenes in your brain, then you can really navigate your way through any difficult situation. And that's this concept of growth. Growing you and changing the way that you think so that you can navigate your way through anything. That, my loves, is really part of the whole food freedom thing. And I know it can feel weird, but honestly, I cannot tell you the difference it makes. You will feel so empowered because at the end of the day, you're in charge. And that's what we want, isn't it? We always want to be in charge. We don't want to be disempowered by, you know, the sister-in-law's incredible cooking or the buffet at a conference or any of these things that are out of our control. That, my loves, is the key. And I'm going to stop there because I am a rambler. But I will see you all tomorrow for more stuff on growth versus fixed mindset and really just navigating into our brain and that idea that we're in charge. Bye, darlings. Have a wonderful day.